Hello, students. Welcome to today's topic My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das. This is the first poem from your book Flamingo, written by Kamala Das. As we go through the poem, we will learn about the poet, central idea of the poem, recitation of the poem, summary of the poem, key points, vocabulary, and poetic devices used in the poem. About the poet, Kamala Das, who is known as Kamala Suraya, is an Indian author, was born on March 31st, 1934 in Thrissur, Kerala, and lived till May 31st, 2009. She wrote in English and also in Malayalam language under the pen name Madhavi Kutti. She was an advocate for human rights, especially for women and children. She is Kamala Das. She was also winner of several national and international awards, including Asian Poetry Prize, Asian World Prize, and Sahitya Akademi Award, among others. She was even nominated and shortlisted for the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1984. Now, the central theme of the poem, or the central idea. My Mother at 66 is written by Kamala Das, who is famous for capturing complexities of human relationships. The poem My Mother at 66 is one of the finest examples of the human bonding, especially that of a mother and daughter. It describes the pain and fear of the poet of losing her mother due to harsh reality of life, which is death. Now let us come to the poem. This poem is written The whole poem is written in a single sentence, punctuated by commas, and there is no full stop. It is completely a single sentence. Now let me recite the poem for you. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin, last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Doors, open mouth, her face ashen, like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked at young trees sprinting, the married children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. This is the poem. Now let us see the summary of the poem. In the poem, the poet describes her thoughts and emotions while traveling to the airport from her parents' home in Cochin. The poet is accompanied by her 66-year-old mother. The age of her mother is not described in the poem, but as the title suggests that my mother at 66, so we have come to know that the poet's mother is 66-year-old, and the poet is accompanied by her mother, who is 66-year-old, on her way to Cochin's airport. On the way to the airport, she looks at her mother, who is dozing beside her in the car. The poet describes her mother's face as colorless, just like the face of a corpse. She realizes that her mother is now quite old, and the thought pains her. She tries to avoid these painful thoughts and turns her attention outside. In contrast to the pale and corpse like appearance of her mother sleeping inside, she observes the healthy young trees on the roadside, which seem to be running backwards as the car moves ahead. She also sees merry children running out of their homes to play. The poet focuses on them in an effort to avoid thinking about her frail mother. After they reach the airport and the poet completes her security check, she turns around and looks at her mother again. The poet's mother looks frail, pale, and quite old, and reminds the poet of the moon as it appears in late winter. The poet is reminded of her childhood fear, the anxiety of losing or being separated from her mother. The poet is afraid that she might never see her mother alive again, but she doesn't let it show. As she bids farewell to her mother, she only smiles and says, "See you soon, Amma." This is the summary of the poem. The key points in the poem are: the poet is traveling to Cochin airport with her mother in a car. Her mother looks wan, pale, face of her dozing mother. All fear of losing her mother returns to her, but however, she puts her thoughts away by looking at the sprinting trees and merry children. After the security check at the airport, the old familiar ache returns again. She tries to hide her emotions by smiling. She bids goodbye to her mother with a hope to see her again. Vocabulary. The word wan means colorless or pallid. Late winter's moon. It means dim moon shrouded by clouds. Spilling means run out. Ashen means grey. Ache means pain. Sprinting means short fast race or running. The poetic devices used in the poem are: first one is simile. You know very well what is a simile. Simile is comparison of two things by using the words as or like. Here in this poem, the poet has used simile twice. One when he was comparing her mother to late winter's moon, and the second one when her mother's face was compared to like that of a corpse. The next poetic device used is metaphor. Metaphor is also comparison between two things, however, without the use of words as or like. The merry children spilling out of their homes is the metaphor in the poem. Personification. Personification means, as you know, giving human attributes to non-human things. Here, young trees, they are non-human. However, the poet describes or looks the young trees as sprinting, that is running. The fourth one is repetition. Here in the poem we could see the poet has used the word smile thrice. All I did was smile and smile and smile. This is a repetition used in the poem. An overview of the poem. In this poem, we have seen that this poem is a sensitive portrayal of a daughter's anguish and fear on seeing her mother, who is in her twilight years. It poignantly captures the fears and apprehensions deeply embedded in the offspring's psyche. Some critics feel that the poet, who was very close to her mother, nurtured a phobia that she would lose her mother to death. The entire poem is written as one sentence, interspersed with commas, which hint at the flood of emotions that are triggered by the mother's failing health. The moral or message of the poem. We all know that aging is a natural process, but have you ever thought what our elderly parents expect from us? Aged people usually undergo pangs of loneliness and need companionship. The pessimistic approach they develop towards life can be shunned away only if we provide them with abundant love, care, importance, and empathy. They expect their children to sit calmly and talk to them about the happenings of their lives and to take their suggestions for making significant decisions. Their lost vitality can thus be easily rejuvenated. This happiness will encourage them to live life enthusiastically.